And just like that, I'm live on here. It's Saturday night's main event. Oh, we're back. We just did AEW double or nothing. All in Texas. We're now doing Saturday night's main event. We've missed about an hour. We've missed about an hour, but you know, I mean, we keep going, folks. We keep going, folks. I gotta make sure I get this all set up. I appreciate everyone that stuck with me and come across and all that kind of stuff. At the like button. So I think what the plan is of what I'm going to do is once we finish this, I think I'm going to do a post show for All in Texas, and then after that, I'm going to do like a very quick thing for the main event of Goldberg, or I might just do the main event, the Goldberg thing, and then straight into the post show for All in Texas. I think I'll do that. That makes sense to me. But it's just we're sort of ad-libbing. We're doing this whilst we're live. We're doing what we can, you know. Thoughts on WWE Saturday night's main event? We're here. We're still going for a shocker. We're on commercial break. So I got that set up. I've done that. Okay, cool. We've done that one. Yep, that's public for that time, so you can maybe do that. Maybe. We'll set that for that time, and then we can just go live when we can. We're figuring it all out together, folks. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Shout out M Bison says from Hangman lifting the belt to watching Goldberg. Yep, Oldberg. David Burke says long day. I wouldn't have it any other way, my friends. If you haven't already, click the like button. It's a brand new stream for a brand new show. So if you haven't already, click the like button. If you're just tuning in, where have you been? Be sure to subscribe. What a crazy show. What a crazy day. This is what happens when counter programming happens, folks. We jump from one show into another show, into a post show. And I mean, originally the report said that it was going to be a thing that All in Texas finished, and then it was going to be, we were going to have enough time for like maybe a half an hour post show into Saturday night's main event. That was not the case. That show, I was streaming for 7 hours. That show, including 0 hour. So my goodness. But this is what you subscribe for Wrestling News 365, folks. This is what you get. You get the watch alongs, you get the post shows. Like I said, I think the plan, I think what I'm going to do is when we finish this, we will do like a post show that's really, really brief for Saturday night's main event, largely focusing on the main event, just what's happening. It might be like 15 minutes, maybe. And then into that, we'll do AEW All in Texas post show. I think we'll do it like that. So we'll get everything in. We'll still do 4 streams. And tomorrow, remember, tomorrow we've got Evolution. We've still got Evolution. I'm going to be live tomorrow as well. Let me fix up these sidebars as well. So don't need Saturday night's main event now because we're doing that. So we've just got the members. You can scan, become a member, and Evolution, which is tomorrow. Baloo says all nighter. Yeah, Aaron says that was an awesome AEW pay-per-view. It was very enjoyable. It was long, as David says there, long day, but very enjoyable. Main event absolutely delivered. Absolutely delivered. Who would have thought that out of those 3 main events? I mean, I hate when they say, "Oh, we got 3 main events," and one's a main event, goes on last. But out of those 3 main events, there's an argument to be said that Okada versus Omega might have been the worst one. Because I thought Mercedes versus Tony was really good. I think the best was the Texas Death Match. I know some people aren't really for the violence, but that's months and months and months and months and months and months of the whole Death Riders. It's the Death Rider storyline. That's the culmination of it, is getting the championship out the briefcase. Like what a reaction, what a pop. Yeah. And Hangman, Bryan Danielson's back. Darby's back. But we're back on Saturday night's main event. I know that we've got, I think, got 2 matches left. I believe we've got LA Knight and versus Seth Rollins, and then of course we've got the World Title main event. I'm just seeing what happens here. What's that now? 100 says there's no way Goldberg actually wins this there. You know what? What's that now? I said the same thing when Goldberg was facing The Fiend at WWE Super Showdown 2020. I was like, there's no way Goldberg's going to beat The Fiend. No one's beaten The Fiend. So definitely not Goldberg. They wouldn't do something like that, would they? Goldberg won. So nothing's impossible. Let's put it that way. Nothing is impossible. I think the high likelihood is that Goldberg loses, but Kathy Kelly with an interview with Randy Orton. They said, J. Rose says they've gravely underestimated him. He's not. I want him. I want them both. Anywhere, anytime. It's going to be SummerSlam, isn't it? SummerSlam. RK Roll. Good grief. There are the Steiners. There's Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner. Here comes Seth freaking Rollins. As we're about to get Rollins versus the Megastar. Of course, Rollins missed the Money in the Bank. Red Devils 99 says Gunther mops the floor with Goldberg squash. You would think so. Do you know what? Do you know what always is the easy way to tell with Goldberg? And this is actually a bit of a trick. This might ruin it for you. But whenever Goldberg has a match, check how long is left for the show. So what I mean by that is, if the bell rings and there is 5 minutes left to go of the show, we know what's going to happen there. Either way, there is going to be a squash. You very rarely have a Bill Goldberg match when he's going on last. You very rarely have a Bill Goldberg match that kicks off with, say, 20 to 25 minutes left of the show. That's always the way that it usually works. I remember when Goldberg had that match against Brock at Survivor Series in 2016. I was watching it the day after, and the match, they got in the ring, and I looked at the thing and I went, there's like 5 minutes left of this show. That's weird. And then obviously the squash happened. So, But Seth Rollins in the ring. If you haven't already clicked the like button, be sure to subscribe. As out comes LA Knight. Because LA Knight's been, I mean, when doesn't he? But he's been getting really big reactions recently, hasn't he? There was the stomp from Rollins to Penta. He's been sucker punching and hitting Rollins with the BFTs on Raws recently, hasn't he? So last night, Bron Breakker with the spear, the tsunami from Big Bronson Reed. LA Knight. Bell rings were underway in this one. The center ring sponsor is the Naked Gun of Liam Neeson. LA Knight backing up Seth Rollins into the corner. Oh, punch to the gut. Red Devils 99 says they will probably have Goldberg beat up Reed, Rollins, and Braun to make him look strong and then lose the match. Or there might be like a situation whereby Goldberg squashes Gunther, but Rollins cashes in and becomes the new world champion. So that's the only reason he lost his retirement match, because it was because of the cash-in. Ali Knight went for a BFT, blocked. Rollins over the top and to the outside. Hits the rope. Oh, that was a nasty landing for Rollins there on the outside. He's holding that lower back. Crowd still going, yeah. Just look at that, just bouncing his head. Oof. Right into the announce table. LA Knight clothesline. And Rollins goes down. Got a commercial. We didn't even really throw to that commercial. It just happened. But yes. Oh, what a day. What a day. I tell you what, I do hope that these, well, they're not going to, but for like next year, for whenever All In is, I hope WWE doesn't do the counter program. I don't know if I've got it in me as I get older. I'm not sure I've got that kind of stamina. How many likes are we currently at? We're nearly at 30 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well whilst you're at it. And I suppose the question is, when it comes to AEW with Hangman Page, is when does MJF cash in? That is the question, isn't it? As we are in commercial. I tell you what, I'm still reeling after that event. I'm still reeling after. It feels so. Do you know what it is as well? And I'm not saying one's better than the other, or one's preferable than the other, or if you like one over the other, then you're crazy or anything like that. But I suppose when you do go from that main event at All In Texas, the violence of it, and obviously the euphoria of the moment, into Saturday night's main event, which is very, very much PG WWE, that kind of stuff. You do note the difference is quite jarring, isn't it, between both? You go, oh, these are very. I don't think you can switch over from All In Texas to Saturday night's main event and just go, oh, AEW is just a rip-off of WWE, because that really isn't that match and that finish. Yeah, it's a weird jump, and it'll be interesting to see. It's also going to be interesting to see the reaction to Evolution tomorrow from with the all women's PLA. I have seen, I think it was Trish was doing an interview, and saying that she wasn't happy that basically the Tiffany Stratton match doesn't really have much build. a lot of the women's matches tomorrow don't have a lot of building. Obviously, there was a bit of frustration as it was because some of the people competing on the card kind of feel like, well, we've been hung out to dry a little bit because, there's not been that much build, and there's the Beyonce concert and up like across the street, and it comes at the end of a week really of wrestling. If you include everything, Monday you had Raw, Tuesday you had NXT, Wednesday you had Dynamite, Thursday you had Collision, Impact, Friday you had Supercard of Honor, SmackDown. Today you've had All in Texas, a 7-hour pay-per-view, and Saturday night's main event. By the time the Women's Evolution PLE comes around, there are going to be people that are just going to be a bit like, I'll just sort of tap out for today. I'm tired. So I totally understand the rationale that some of the women's locker room have when they just go, we have kind of been hung out to dry. Like it's got a really good chance of not doing well. And if you blame that on our women can't draw, that's not true. And so, of course, we're back from commercial. With Seth Rollins in control. Seth Rollins just saying they don't care about you to LA Knight. Look at those elbows by Knight. Right hands. Continues with the right hands. Discus. Oh, up on the shoulders. Oh, gutbuster. Now Rollins going to go to the top rope. Frog splash. Cover. 2. LA Knight kicks out. Paul Heyman at ringside. The Oracle. Of course, he's been an advocate. He's been a best friend. He's been a wise man. And now he's an oracle. Of course, still to come, Gunther versus Goldberg for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Goldberg's retirement match. He says they're still singing my song. LA Knight now fighting back. Reverse kick to the gut. Oh, got to go for the stomp. No. Discus clothesline by LA Knight. And there's a neck breaker. And look at that. Gets back up to his feet. Crowd chants for LA Knight. He's going to do the jump up elbow. Cover. Ooh, kicks out at 2.5. Take a look. Oof. Just kicks out. LA Knight with the kicks to the gut. He stomps, still stomping. Oof. Knee to the head in the corner by LA Knight. Kicks to the gut, BFT. No. Rolls to the outside. Not grabbing the hair of Rollins. Oh, it's his shoulders to the gut. Oh, right hand. There's a chop. Oof. Punches to the gut by Rollins. There's a headbutt. LA Knight goes down. Oh, leap up to the top. No, Rollins going to slip down. Oh, turn it into a power bomb. Maybe the buckle bomb. Oh, that buckle bomb move. It just sucks so much. He's trying to pick him up. He can't. The midsection gives out. Rollins with a kick to the face. Now what's he going to go for? Oh, flying senton. Going to turn it into the moonsault. Oh, lands on his feet. Oh, may have tweaked the knee. Rollins goes into the corner. Is this legit? Doctor's going over. This feels like a bit of an elaborate one. Jamie says playing possum. Referee is talking to someone in the back. But possum. BFT. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is real. This is real. This is real. That's real. Because they went straight into the finish. Went straight into the finish. He's injured. He's injured. They went straight into the finish. So Seth Rollins is injured. Wow. The only thing I can think is if the only thing I can think is maybe it's so much of a swerve that Rollins is going to cash in after the Goldberg Gunther match. That's the only thing. I mean, could that be possible? Could that be possible? That was all an elaborate thing, and Rollins is going to cash in later on in the evening, and he willingly ate a loss. That was it. Or am I going too crazy? Maybe I'm going crazy. Well, look, I guess we're gonna find out. As Goldberg versus Gunther is next. It's the retirement match for Goldberg. That finish would make you think that he's hurt, but then watching it back, I don't know. And once again, you have to remember this is WWE counter programming AEW, so absolutely would they switch the World Championship so people are talking about a really elaborate angle and work and cash in? Absolutely, they would. Absolutely, they would. Again, maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. I'm still leaning towards Rollins is faking the injury and is going to cash in. That's my prediction. But could be wrong because it's just more that he looked like he landed it fine, and also the sal of it. I don't know. I don't know. Goldberg versus Gunther is next. My feel. Oh, I tell you what. There's something in me. There is something in me that it's going to be Rollins cashes in. Oh, what an angle! What a story! That gets the headlines. People don't talk about AEW; they talk about that. I feel that's happening. I feel it in my bones. I feel it. And also because I swear I heard the referee say to Rollins and LA Knight, like just 2 minutes before that, you've got 2 minutes left. So, I mean, we're not going to have to wait long to find out. I mean, if he is legitimately injured, obviously we wish him the best. Hopefully he recovers. But my feeling is this could be just the ultimate way, because they'll be like, you gotta have the plan B. And what was the plan B? The plan B was to fake an injury, purposely lose, and then Gunther and Goldberg wouldn't have seen it coming. And when it is an injury, they don't really usually show the replay, and they don't talk about it that much. They kind of play it off. I think that's where that's going. We've got 60 people watching, which is great. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. We are 16 subscribers away from 23,200. But we shall see. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe just Gunther retains and then they just go. And then Rollins is actually hurt. Then they have to change the whole storyline. It's a clever way to do the cash-in thing, isn't it? If I was going to cash in, I'd fake that I was hurt. So I'm definitely not going to come out, because we've seen it so many times, haven't we? Where the person who holds the briefcase, they lose, and previously it was, well, they've lost, so they're not going to cash in. But we know that you can lose and still cash in. But what if, well, the match had to end early because I got injured, so I definitely wasn't going to cash in. Could be 4D chess, perhaps. As we await to come back from commercial, and we await our main event. Goldberg in his retirement match against Gunther. Jason says if he really is injured, it's a big blow to WWE. Absolutely. I mean, on Raw, it's their biggest angle, isn't it? The whole Rollins faction and the pairing of Rollins and Heyman and Bron Breakker and Big Bronson Reed. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see indeed. Seth Rollins was being helped to the back. But again, nowadays, everything's a work, even in commercials breaks, because obviously you've got to play to the cameras. We shall see. We're 4 likes away from 40 likes. If you haven't already, click the like button and be sure to subscribe. Appreciate everyone that's stuck with us all day for a nearly 7-hour long all-in watch-along onto this Saturday night's main event watch-along. And as we wait the main event, closed or non-televised events, that late night with Tony Hinchcliffe. Not like it was a complete disaster with a roast of WrestleMania. American Ninja Warrior host. There's Blake Monroe, the former Mariah May, the former AEW Women's World Champion. JC Jane defends her championship against Jordan Grace. Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line in a triple threat match as well. Big up Jamie with a super chat coming in again saying pre-match concussion, slip, scream, pant, botch, win, Goldberg. At least you won't moan it's too long. I wonder if he still does the headbutt. In the door. Because, like, he has concussed himself and busted himself open numerous times, hasn't he? And every time he does, he goes, maybe it's time to stop headbutting the door. And then he knocks himself out again. Oh, who knows? Big up, JB. It's Clash in Paris. I got that the Battle Royal when it gets a championship match. Oh. It's the main event they're calling it, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. So that means it's midnight here, isn't it? There you go. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. God, look at those match graphics. They look awful. Don't they? I don't know if I'm feeling those match graphics. Ugh. They're kind of shit. There's 2 chains. As we await the main event. I suppose it wouldn't be a WWE show if... here we go. Here comes Gunther. If you didn't get 25 minutes between matches filled with adverts. Here comes the World Heavyweight Champion. I remember with Gunther, he didn't really care for Goldberg, even though he said to Bret Hart that he was his favorite wrestler. But he was just lying. Because that's what he does. He's a dastardly heel. The 58-year-old Goldberg. Well, Michael Cole just referenced the Seth Rollins thing. I hope he hasn't done any spoilers. Here we go. I mean, we've got 30 minutes, which for a Goldberg match is, actually horrifying. Oh, he's headbutted the door. Is that Ernest the Cat Miller? His son? Doug Dillinger? Having Ernest the Cat Miller as one of his backup people is insane. And Josh Barnett as well. He's coming through the fireworks. It looks like he's blown up on the way to the ring. Literally. Look at the size of that knee brace he's got as well. You can't walk. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is going to be a disaster, isn't it? I mean, I don't know, but I would hazard to guess that he needs some kind of knee surgery, right? I mean, look, what I will say is, yeah, for being 58 years old and going out there and in your underwear, you know what I mean? Going out there in your underwear and wrestling people, fair fucking play. You know what I mean? I hope I look like that when I'm 58 years old. I hope I can walk a bit better. But, you would say why? What money? Obviously. Yeah. If I'm 58 years old and WWE go like, we'll give you, I don't know, $1 million to wrestle a match in your underwear, I'd be like, yes, thank you very much, no problem. When do you need me booked? That's fine. So, but seeing him walk out to the ring and knowing that we've got 25 minutes left of broadcast time, I'm just hoping some very long ring introductions, maybe. Maybe. We'll see how that goes. United said we do have 100K. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's not... Well, 100K is life-changing money, isn't it? That can change your life. I mean, you can't be like... you can't be... You're not going to be secure with it, but you could do a lot with that. You could invest it. Depending on where it is, that can go a long way to getting a house. Yeah, 100K. Yeah, of course. I mean, if it's what's the rule on if it's winnings, then that means it's tax free. I forget what the rules are for that, but. United Love says, would you have a tag match with KG against the Wyatts for 75K? Why is my fee going down all the time? Started off as $1 million. Someone offered me 100K a minute ago. Now it's going down to 75. This is getting ridiculous. I mean, I've got to have some kind of dignity. I've got to have some kind of standards about my fee. And what would KG get? He'd probably get more than me. he's a more recognizable face. He's Kevin Gary from Ted Lasso. I'm Owen from United View. It's just different. You'd probably get a lot more. Maybe. United Love, appreciate he's been a member for 50 months, says, because 100k was too easy a yes. You need to think, need to make you think a little bit. Anyway. 75k, the answer is yes. But I don't, because you're now finding out that it won't take that much to convince me. Still 75k is a lot of money. So I'll be like, yes. Yeah. And also step in a wrestling ring. Why not? I did think about it when I was like, I think 18 or 19. I did think about what I would love just to get in, just to see what it feels like, you know, to take a bump, run the ropes, probably hurt like shit. But I didn't. Maybe that's what we need to do for UV in the future. Me and KG go to a wrestling school. Here we go. Lillian Garcia. For the World Heavyweight Championship. WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg. He is the World Heavyweight Champion. The Ring General, Gunther. The World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Here we go. The bell rings. We're underway. Might as well get the countdown going. It's 20 minutes left of this broadcast. Crowd chants for Goldberg. Charles Robinson, the referee. I would say that Coronel tie-up looked the shits. It was so light. Good grief. Oh, kick to the gut. Shoves him off. There you go. There's a shoulder tackle. Goldberg's basically not moving. You notice this? Sort of Gunther's moving around Goldberg. Goldberg's not really moving all that much. It's a chop. He's laughing. He's laughing. Another one. Be careful, but there's a clothesline by Goldberg. Goldberg's genuinely not moving that much. His elbows. And now knees. Clothesline by Goldberg again. He's very much pacing himself, isn't he? Oh. Oh, clothesline and Goldberg takes a bump. He took a bump. Oh, is he going to throw him? Throws Gunther off the top rope. Go for a spear. Oh, and Gunther. They're actually trying to work a match. Can you believe this? They're actually trying to work a match. There's a kick to the knee. Elbow to the back of the head. Oh, what a chop. Oh, another one. You'll be careful chopping someone that's nearly 60. Oh. Oh, my God. He just went through the barricade. That was a nasty. Holy shit. He went through that barricade hard. Look at that. Oh. Like he genuinely went through that at some speed. Oh. Fair enough. In terms of a match so far, it's already kind of exceeded my expectations. Genuinely, it's already. Watching Goldberg hobble to the ring, I thought this is going to be a disaster. It's already exceeded my expectations, which I know is basically because there wasn't any. But went for a barricade without, with a lot of intensity actually. He's taken a couple of chops. He can't really move. I think this is as good as it's going to get. Which, yeah, okay. We'll take that. Big up to Connie, is the latest member of the WN365 roster. Appreciate you joining in. Although you got a red badge, that probably means you're not a new member. That's probably like new. Is red badge second badge or third badge? I forget. But if you've got a red badge, that would imply that you may have been a member before. I can't remember. Or maybe like you were gifted one. Because sometimes if you're like gifted and then it expires and then like a month later you become a member again, then you get the badge back. I'm not sure how sometimes that works. Maybe. But big up, Connie. I appreciate you as well. As we await to come back from commercial, we don't see... like sometimes you get with Netflix where you can watch the match during the commercial. We don't get that with this. We just have to watch a screen that says commercial break in progress. Please stay tuned. So I don't really get something that exciting. Better move that as well. Okay, new subscribers. They pop up on the screen. Same when it comes to super chats, etc., etc. Who's the top of the leaderboard, actually, as well? The top fans on this stream is, look at Jamie. Top clear, 775 XP. Top of the leaderboard. Next up is that Superstar Nathan Joseph is second on the leaderboard. And Jason's number 3. Remember, if you put in chats, super chats, etc., you can rise up the rankings on the leaderboard. And for those that will ask, why isn't that leaderboard on United View? I don't know. Sometimes with new things, they just get rolled out differently on other channels at different times. It's always really weird, actually. For some reason, a lot of new stuff gets tested on my channel way before it ends up on United View. But we don't know why that is. Sometimes I just get stuff early. They just sort of it depends on certain channels. Sometimes they test things, sometimes they don't. But it will arrive eventually, I'm sure. We're 9 likes away from 50 likes as well, by the way, folks, and 12 subscribers away from 23,200. Appreciate everyone that's been locked in this evening. When did we start? We started like 7. So was it like 7 p.m. UK time, that is. And we're back. Goldberg, though, trying to fight from the canvas. He's still holding his knee. Oh, chop, right hand. Goldberg's trying to hit chops back of his own. Oof. Oof. Oh, another kick to the knee. Now Gunther. Look at that. He's just. Look at him talking trash. Oof. Oh, and another kick to the knee. Oh. Spine buster by Goldberg. Oh, these right hands. Oof. You can see Gunther's calling it as well. Gunther's calling it in the ring. Also, is there a possibility that maybe Rollins cashes in and it becomes a triple threat match and he pins Goldberg? That kind of situation. Oh, backdrop. A sinking spear. Oh, he just spears Charles Robinson. He just speared Charles Robinson. I tell you what, I'm not going to lie, yeah. This match is better than it has any business being. Like, it actually is. It's not terrible. And also, as well, it's almost like they said, look, Goldberg's like, my knee's screwed up going into this one. So if you just work the match around the knee, it gives me an excuse to limp. Now he's going after this knee brace. And he's got it off. He's taken off the knee brace. Ah. There's no official, so we can use that as a weapon. Oh, across the back of the neck. Now what's he going to do? Gunther is going to have to gauge Goldberg. Oh, just security. Getting involved. Spear! There's no way he's going to jackhammer Gunther. There's no way he's going to be able to get him up. Please don't hurt him, Goldberg. Please don't. Ah! Kind of. Kind of. One, two. Oh, he kicked out. Oh. Good grief. Now, look, he can't even just get up. Oh no, he's locked in the sleeper. He locked in the sleeper. Is he going to pass out? Is he going to pass out? God, he's trying to fight out of it. And he doesn't have it grapevined. And that's it. Gunther retains. I tell you what, though. I tell you what. Genuinely, that was better than I thought it was going to be at all. I had no expectations going into that match. I thought this is going to be the absolute shits. And that actually wasn't horrible. That wasn't horrible. I think genuinely that's as good as it could have been. He's trying to shake it off. We got a commercial break. And that Goldberg match, it went like 14 minutes. As long as Goldberg back in it match in ages. And it was actually all right. It wasn't too bad. Gunther's unbelievable, isn't he? He genuinely got a match out of a 58-year-old Goldberg with a bad knee. And he had the crowd. He had the crowd. They had the crowd there. On the spear and jackhammer spot, they actually worked the match. I tell you what, fair play to everyone involved in that. They actually pulled that off. I didn't think that was possible, but they actually pulled that off. I think they deserve some credit for it. I don't have any intention of ever seeing it again. Goldberg don't get any ideas. WWE don't get any ideas of like, actually, I've still got more left in me. You don't. But I think they actually pulled that off. Fair play to them. Genuinely. They actually kind of pulled that off, which is kind of wild, isn't it? So Goldberg has retired. Gunther retains his title. Was it a classic? Absolutely not. But again, I think it was better than I expected. which I suppose gets into that territory of wild. What does that even mean? I mean, are we going to get anything after this? Because they just like keep saying commercial break. Are we going to? Is that it? Did we go off air? I got the impression that they were coming back. Maybe they won't be. I'm not sure. Maybe we aren't. There you go. He's back. Goldberg says thank you. Goldberg says he loves you, and it could have done it without you. And that was it. And they went off the air, I guess, because they had to. It was a bit underwhelming, wasn't it? Could have done it without you. Bye. Didn't we say all that much? Kind of it. Oh. Well, I thought it was going to be a bit more, I've got a little bit longer or something, but didn't really. just didn't kind of, yeah. And then the street finished, yeah. So that's definitely over now. Yeah. Well, that was somewhat anticlimactic of an ending, wasn't it? Wasn't that? I was kind of thinking there was going to be some kind of big thing. But it looks like, by the way, Seth Rollins is legitimately injured. That's what it does look like, doesn't it? Because my theory was about, Rollins coming out and getting involved in that. That's not the case. So legitimately, that is a big problem for WWE, a very big problem for WWE, because they've invested a lot of time into that whole Rollins faction storyline. So where does that go from here? That is a very, very, very big question. Right. So what we're going to do? What we're going to do is, when I end this stream, you're going to be redirected to the Saturday Night's Main Events post-show stream. We're going to talk about Goldberg versus Gunther for like 15 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then we're going to go into the All-In post-show. We'll talk about All In and talk about the main event, and maybe just the main event, because there's so much to talk about, and eventually you've got to sleep, I suppose. So yeah, but appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching an hours of Saturday Night's Main Event. We'll speak to you again in the post show very shortly. Peace.